What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Martin Bakale. Martin Bakale believes that he is the most avoided heavyweight on the planet, okay? He says top heavyweights are avoiding Bakale after sparring knockouts. He says Bakale claims he knocked out Usyk and Dubois in sparring, now avoided by top heavyweights. Martin Bakale, a prominent sparring partner for top heavyweights, claims that he's knocked out Oleksandr Usyk, Daniel Dubois in training. Despite these impressive feats, he feels top fighters are avoiding him. He says, "I stopped Daniel Dubois twice and Usyk with a body shot," Bakale said. "Now, no one wants to fight me." Bakale is set, of course, to fight Jared Anderson on August 3rd, and let me counterpunch. We got two things here that we need to talk about with Martin Bakale. One, his sparring, okay? And two, why he feels he's not getting the fights that he deserves. Well, my counterpunch to that is, if that what he says is true, if he stopped Usyk with a body shot and stopped Dubois or knocked him out twice, and then you're around telling that and revealing to people that you've done that, you are considered a troublemaker, a clout chaser, a backbiter, a whistleblower. You're considered all these things from a fighter that you don't want. Now, if this came out from his promoter, his manager, his agent, close colleagues, anybody but himself, it would be looked at as okay because he didn't say it. It was said about him and concerning someone else. But since it came out of his mouth, a lot of people, what goes on in sparring stays in sparring, has that type of mentality, right? So what he's doing is contrary to what people would consider to be proper or cool, And it comes off as you're saying, oh, well, that's why they don't want to fight me. No, if it happened, maybe they don't want to fight you because you told everybody. Or then maybe they don't want to fight you because maybe you don't have anything to offer. Okay. And I will tell you this about Martin Bakale, because he's been saying this for quite some time, and I've reported Martin. Here's my promise to everybody from Counterpunch Boxing News and the community as a whole. If Martin Bakale gets beat by Jared Anderson, I will do the recap on Jared Anderson and, of course, promote and celebrate Jared Big Baby Anderson's victory. But I will never do a Martin Bakale video again. Okay? Unless he does something, worth mentioning. Because the reason for that is your only claim is what you've done behind closed doors that nobody else could see. And you have an opportunity to fight a young undefeated fighter with Jared Anderson that has been and is being pushed by America, by ESPN, by his promotional company Top Rank, Bob Arum, to become the next heavyweight champion. That's why they wanted him against Wilder, if Wilder wanted to fight him or not, and especially if he won against Zhilei Zhang, and Wilder was the champion. Okay, so they're looking for another champion in the Americas, and that's the best person to promote is Jared Anderson based on his skill and other attributes, his personality and stuff like that. Omit the other bullshit about him, but he's overall a good dude. Okay, and a very good prospect or potential to be a champion in America. So if you don't beat him, Martin, there's no sense of you talking about what you did behind closed doors that nobody sees, because what we're seeing is what we see, not what you've heard or we've heard or what you've told us. Okay? Because it's getting old. And if you don't beat him, that means everything you've said really doesn't matter. If it's true or not true, you still got your ass whooped to the public. You're like the WB Frog, and someone claiming that WB Frog, he's singing his ass off, but then at the end of the day, you come around him, he's ribbit. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Martin Bakale claiming the reason he doesn't get big fights is because He's knocked out these guys, and therefore they're afraid of him. And I'll leave you with this before I jump off. Okay, my rule of thumb has always been bad juju, you know, to talk about other fighters not fighting you versus the guy that's in front of you. Okay? And that's always a bad sign, and it's always a bad thing to do because your focus obviously is not on Jared Anderson, the guy in front of you. But anyway, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch.